Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Stephanie with Lumeria Star. Today what we're going to do is take a look at my March decks and my reflections on what I worked with for this month's Lumeria Star Tarot Edit, which is a hashtag I created over on Instagram. Really just all about kind of deciding what decks you want to use for the month. Kind of curating a small collection and being really intentional about just using those decks for the month and getting to know them. So without further ado, let's take a look at the decks I worked with for March 2023. So the first deck that I worked with is the Future Ancestors Tarot. And this was also my deep dive deck for the month. So for those of you who don't know, this year I'm doing a no buy year, so I'm not buying any decks, or at least I'm going to try really, really hard not to. So far I've been good. And then each month I want to spend time diving deeper into one deck that I have, just so I can get to know them more and really appreciate what I do have in my collection. So for March, it was the Future Ancestor Tarot. So this deck I got, was it last year? It's absolutely beautiful and amazing. So this is by Lexa Luna Studio, and she is also a Filipina witch, which I love because I am as well. So these are the backs. This is on a beautiful linen cardstock. It does get a little bit slippery, but this deck is absolutely gorgeous. It's soothing. It's gentle. It feels very grounded because she incorporates a lot of natural elements in the deck, like pressed leaves and flowers, which I really enjoy. And this deck really helps me, just as the title says, Future Ancestor. I feel like it helps me with family work, ancestor work. If I have questions going on about people in my family or relationships that I have, this is the deck I go for, and without fail, it gives me the exact advice I need. So I just adore this deck, and this is probably in my top 10 favorite decks ever, which now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should redo that video. I did a video of my top 10 decks maybe a year ago, and I feel like with new ones that have come into my collection, that's definitely changed. And this would definitely be in the top 10 just because of what an amazing reader it is, how gentle it is. It feels very wise. It literally feels like an older relative or an ancestor kind of passing on their wisdom to you. That's what this deck feels like to me. It feels very loving, nurturing, like a warm hug when you need it, but also not like a fluffy deck. It is a truth teller in the best way. I was using the Little White Book, which I still do, and even though it's really minimalist, just the writing and the little quotes alone are amazing. So I use this quite a lot. And then this year I actually won in a giveaway from the creator. I won the companion book. So she wrote a guidebook separate from when the deck first came out. So this has been really fun to work with. It does have journals where you can space where you can write in it. I haven't been writing in it because I want to keep using this, so I'm just using the prompts in my journal. So I'm just going to keep this completely clean and unwritten in, but it has poetry. It's so lovely. It's so, so lovely. So this was a dream to do a deep dive with. And yeah, I'm kind of sad to put it away for March, but it's time. And I think this is a deck that just definitely stays out for me all year, just because it is a deck I go to for family work. And there's a lot of stuff going on in my family right now. So this deck really just feels so supportive for me. So this was a huge win. This is the Future Ancestor Tarot and Companion Guidebook. So that was a win for March. Okay, let's see here. Oh, along with the Future Ancestor Tarot, This is a deck I've been pairing it with, an Oracle deck. This is not from the same creator. This is the Tandem Oracle. Look how pretty those backs are. And this is a botanical deck, which is also, it's a Filipino botanical oracle deck. So it's basically Filipino flora. And that is part of my heritage. I'm half Filipino, so this felt like perfect to pair with, just to connect to my own ancestry. And these images are beautiful. We have, I think, the plant name, and we also have keywords also in Tagalog, which is the language spoken in the Philippines. And then we have another keyword in English, which are quite nice. And this has been a beautiful deck to pair with the Future Ancestor Tarot. And this also, obviously, with the botanicals, feels very springy, which is, you know, the season we're in right now in the States. So this has been a lovely deck. I absolutely adore pairing these two together. And I love how I have two decks that can help connect me to my own ancestry. That feels really important to me right now. So this is a beautiful deck. This is the Tandem Oracle, and this is by, here's the creators, Cynthia Buzan R.A., I think that's how you pronounce it, and Chingay Labrador. So this is a beautiful deck. This is a win, and I love it so much. And that's the Tandem Oracle, paired beautifully with Future Ancestors. Okay. Another deck that was very heavy in my rotation for the month of March is the Yonasa Tarot. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is the 5th edition, which is a more like oracle size deck. Her other decks are like longer and skinny. I do have the original as well. This is like the greenish edition, which is so beautiful and springy. I haven't edged this. I don't know if I will. Maybe I will. We'll see. This deck I felt really, really drawn to and connected with this month. Let me move my plants a little in the way. There we go. I felt very drawn to work with this deck this month. If I wasn't already deep diving with the Future Ancestors, it would have been this deck, because whenever I looked at all the decks I had for the month, I was like, oh, but I want to pull with this one. So this energy was coming through strong for me. I've had this since it came out, which I think was 2 years ago. This might be 2021. And as beautiful it was, I was having a hard time connecting with it, but this spring was definitely the connection I've been looking for, which is just so weird. I don't know if you all can relate to that. Like, you can have a deck you just really love and it's just not like meeting the mark, and then like randomly it does. And I think that's why I'm learning not to be like super hasty and like get rid of my deck so quickly. I definitely like to sit on them for a while, give them a chance. And yeah, this one definitely finally connected, and I could not put this down this month. So good. I love her artwork. It just feels very magical and beautiful and a little bit dark, and it makes me think. Yeah, it's just so gorgeous. I love this like restrained color palette. It feels perfect for springtime. Really connects me to like the flowers coming up again, and the grass and the leaves all kind of coming in, a lot of the greenery. So this was a huge win this month. The Yonasa Jonasa 5th edition, huge win this month. Could not put that down. Okay, so another deck. This was actually new to my collection, and I am in a no-buy year, so this was sent for review, but I absolutely adore it. This is the Modern Q Tarot. This is a new deck created by Ritual Planner, and here are the backs. And this deck is a reimagined Rider-Waite-Smith in like these really soft, pretty watercolors with these beautiful, like clean white backgrounds. And this to me is very spring energy. It just feels light, it feels fresh. I just love the colors and the softness to it. I am a person who does love Rider-Waite-Smith. So I have quite a few decks that are like the classic Rider-Waite-Smith, but like recolorized, because I really don't like the original, which is super strange. So like I have the Centennial, but like the colors make me like really sad. And then like some of the other classics, like I really hate the like garish, like bright yellows. Like I don't know, I don't like them. But like something like this, oh my gosh, I love it so much. This month, like I'm filming this now in April, so I have my pastel Rider-Waite, which I adore. I have a couple different iterations of Rider-Waite-Smith, like the Moon Baby tarot. I love because it's like very 70s. I have the Hoi Polloi, which is also 70s, the Golden Rider. Actually, now that I'm talking about it, I should probably make a deck, not a deck, a video of all of my favorite Rider-Waite-Smith kind of clones. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in for any other Rider-Waite-Smith fans. That might be a fun video to do because I think I have quite a few. Yeah, that might be fun. Anyway, like look how pretty this Empress is. It's so soft, so different than the original. Yeah, this is just a beautiful, clean, soft, very feminine, fresh take on the Rider-Waite-Smith, and I'm here for it. Look how beautiful this High Priestess is. I love the color palette. It just helps me see the images a little bit differently, and I feel like the original, like some of the line work is really heavy and busy, and my eyes sometimes have a hard time focusing. So I feel like when you kind of clean up the artwork, my eyes like can relax and focus more. And maybe that's just a me thing, but something like the Modern Hue Tarot really helps my eyes relax and I can just like soften into the artwork. So I really, really love this. This one's not going anywhere, and this was a huge win this month for me. All right, so another deck that I worked with this month, which is always a pleasure to work with, is the Gentle Tarot. So I do have the full size and the pocket tin one, which I used a little bit. Like I carried around in my bag, but like I didn't go a lot of places in March, I felt like. So really I just used the full size pretty much. This deck is just as it says. It is gentle, it is loving. Love these backs, and we've got this beautiful like matte gold. I love the way these cards feel in my hand. I think this is just a very matte cardstock, but I love it. I love the way it feels. I love the artwork. I love the bright colors in it, but they're not like bright and overwhelming. This deck feels very earthy, and come March, when like the earth is literally waking up from winter, this is a deck I definitely crave. So this is always such a joy to work with. It really helps me connect to earth energy, kind of waking up out of a winter slumber, connecting back to the elements, because the some of the suits have been renamed. Like cups are cups, wands are wands, but pentacles are stones. And I believe swords is thunder. So we've got, you know, some elemental pieces in here. We've got animals. Yeah, I love this deck so much. I know this is a fan favorite in the tarot community, and rightfully so. It's so good. I love this strength card. I love this Empress card. Oh, and I love this Seed of Cups, which is a Page of Cups with a little otter. So cute. Yeah, this deck is great. For those of you who don't have this, like the guidebook is also amazing too. Highly suggest. This is by Mari in the Sky, and her artwork is just, everything about this deck feels like she took a lot of time and care and attention in this deck, and it feels like, just like she put a lot of loving energy into it, and it shows. So the Gentle Tarot, it was such a joy to work with this month. Always a win. This is probably in my top decks as well. Okay, so paired with the Gentle Tarot is an Oracle deck, which I know is another fan favorite in the community, is the Roots and Wings Oracle deck. This is by Kat Riles. So I know there's a couple editions out. This is like regular tarot size, and this is the like rose petal finish, which I actually love rose petal finish. I know some people don't. I do. It just feels so soft and sumptuous in my hands. I love these backs, so pretty. And this Oracle deck pairs really beautifully with the Gentle Tarot. It pairs really nicely with the Oak, Ash, and Thorn, which I also worked with this month. And to be quite honest, this deck pairs well with like almost everything. Like if there were like an award for like decks, like senior superlatives, which actually could also be a really fun tarot tag. Maybe that's something I'll create. But this would be like most versatile deck, 100%. Because if I had to have one Oracle deck that I had to use with tarot, this goes with everything. It goes aesthetically with everything. The keywords are so versatile and open and expansive. It's just such a win. And I think a lot of other people feel that way too. So this deck, I just love. And honestly, I feel like this could be used like as a standalone deck, because I feel like the keywords are so strong, and we have a lot of nods to like tarot cards. We have like the Lovers. There's a couple in here that are very like reminiscent of tarot. Let's just see what it would look like to do like one standalone spread. Held, Wildness, and Strength. Like I feel like that's enough to get a really solid reading for like a question or like a daily prompt. This is just, it's such a solid, versatile deck. Maybe I'll create tarot superlatives. I don't know if anyone's done that tag before, but if not, we should do that. So this was also a win. This is the Roots and Wings Oracle. So good. I'm thinking about maybe getting the pocket edition in a tin, but not this year because I'm in a no-buy, but that would be fun to eventually have. Okay, so I have two more decks that I worked with in March. One of them is the Universal Folk Oracle. This is by Anita in Variety. This came to me through a subscription box, so I didn't purchase it, but it was on my wish list because I really liked the artwork. And I still really like the artwork. Here is the beautiful backs, which also feel very springy. The artwork is just beautiful, but the keywords are kind of a miss for me the more I work with it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I could either rehome it and like let someone else enjoy it, or I could maybe just cut off this bottom part and just read this just intuitively, maybe. And the artwork's a little busy, so it might be hard to like write my own keywords on here. Like I might not be able to see them. So I don't know. I have to give this one thought. But I didn't feel really called to use this too much in the month of March. And I just like wanted to like make note of, like mental note of that. Yeah, so it's like, does this stay or does this go? The keywords just, yeah, weren't quite hitting the mark for me. And I don't know why. Like, I could maybe cut off the smaller ones. I don't know. Frequency and gratitude I could work with. So I don't know. We will see. We'll see. I'm not going to make any hasty decisions, but I do really love the artwork. So that's why I'm kind of pausing on that one. But I really just, I use this maybe like 2 or 3 times in the whole month of March. So this was a meh. We'll see what I'm doing with this. And this is the Universal Folk Oracle. And my last deck that I worked with for the month of March is also a fan favorite in the tarot community. This is the Oak, Ash, and Thorn deck by Stephanie Burrows and Adam Ohlers. So let's take a look here. This is a fan favorite for a reason because this is also stunning. It is a chunker of a deck, and I think that's because of the cardstock. So it's a little bit hard to shuffle, but the artwork is, oh, it's so beautiful. This to me, like I typically have a hard time connecting with animal decks. And this is one, I think this is my animal deck. This is the one I connect with. It reminds me of home. And I grew up in like the mountains of Pennsylvania. So like imagery like this just feels very homey to me. It also reminds me of children's books I used to read. So like, I think this could also be used as like for inner child work. This is also super versatile because I think it's very like, it's pretty Rider-Waite-Smith based in my opinion. So I think it's an easy reader as well. It feels obviously very earthy and yeah, it's so beautiful. I could just sit here and like flip through this deck like I'm flipping through like a children's book. It's so sweet. And I know there's an Oracle deck coming out too that they're creating. Oh, I forget the name. I don't know if I'm going to get that because, again, I'm really trying to hone in on what I have. And I'm also downsizing a lot. Like, I don't need all these decks. They're beautiful, but I do not need them. I'm really happy with this one. So, yeah. This was another win. I didn't pick this one up too much because I was having so much fun with a couple of the others. But this is definitely a deck that will not be going anywhere because I do love it so much. So let's see, let's do a little review of what I have. We've got Oak, Ash, and Thorn, the Yonasa, my future ancestors, which has been such a win, my Tandem Oracle. I love those paired together. This was so good. So let me know if you want to see a RWS like whole video. We've got the Gentle Tarot, which is always a win. That right here. Universal Folk Oracle, not sure yet. We'll see what's going on with that. And my Roots and Wings Oracle. So yeah, this was my kind of like March deck collection and reflection video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And also let me know if you'd like to see either the RWS kind of like roundup video of those decks that I have, as well as if you'd be interested in a tarot superlative video, like kind of like the yearbook awards. I think that'd be really fun. Or if a tag already exists, let me know too. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.